Gerke, would you state your name, please, for the record?
Justin Allen Gerke.
All right, and Mr. Richardson, you want to state your understanding, please?
Yes, my understanding is Mr. Gerke will be pleading guilty to disturbing the peace with a recommendation agreement for fines and costs. I would just indicate to the court, Mr. Gerke's already on probation with this court for domestic violence. This incident happened chronologically while he was on bond before he entered that previous plea. So it would not be a bond violation. Thank you. Or I mean a probation violation. Thank you.
All right, very good. Mr. Gerke, you heard what your attorney stated, that this would be a plea to disturbing the peace. Is that your understanding and agreement as well?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
You understand you have a right to proceed to trial, and if you did proceed to trial, the prosecution would be obligated to prove that you're guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yes, I do.
You understand that if you make a plea here today, that means you're going to be telling us that you are in fact guilty of the lesser charge, and the people will dismiss the higher charge, and that's how the matter will be resolved. Is that your intention?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Has anyone tried to frighten you or force you or intimidate you into doing this, sir?
No, they have not.
Has anyone made any promises to you that I'm not aware of?
No.
Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, I am.
Sir, the allegations here indicate that this is an incident that happened on August 31st, 2023. Is that true?
Yes, it is.
The allegation is that this incident occurred at Cheshire Township of Baillargeon County in the state of Michigan. Is that also true?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
The allegation is at that time you were involved in an incident with Stephanie Malloy that disturbed the peace. Is that true?
Yes, it is.
What did you do with Stephanie Malloy that disturbed the peace?
We got in an argument.
Was that an argument such that someone thought it safest to call the law enforcement to make sure things were safe?
Yes.
Are you satisfied, Mr. Richardson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, you provided me with a basis to accept your plea. I will do so. We'll indicate fines of $200, state cost $50, court cost $200, crime victim right fee of $75, for a total of $525, and I'll set that for payment over 90 days. You're all set, sir. You can leave the court. If you have any questions, follow up with Mr. Richardson, all right?
All right. Thank you so much.
Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. I will be back with Mr. Singh as soon as possible.
Okay. Mr. Hunter Howard, would you state your name, please, for the record?
Hunter Howard.
And Ms. Silverstein?
At this time, Mr. Hunter Howard will be entering a plea to reduce charge of disturbing the peace.
Sir, would you you understand what your attorney stated? Is that your agreement as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand you have a right to proceed to trial, and if you did proceed to trial, the prosecution would be obligated to prove that you are in fact guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can we turn his volume up? Can you sit closer to your microphone, sir?
Yeah.
That's still not very good. Has anyone tried to frighten you or force you or intimidate you into doing this, sir?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone made any promises to you that I'm not aware of?
No, sir.
Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's better. Thank you. I can hear you better now. Are you currently on probation or parole for any other criminal convictions?
Yes.
And,
Probation.
You're on probation?
Yes.
All right. You understand this may have an impact on that?
Yes.
All right. Sir, the allegation here indicates this incident occurred on September 6, 2023. Is that true?
Yes.
The allegation indicates this incident occurred in the city of Allegan, county of Allegan, state of Michigan. Is that true?
Yes.
The allegation is you were involved in an incident with Robert Scott Norton that disturbed the peace. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what was it about the incident with Mr. Norton that disturbed the peace?
I got into a loud argument with him.
Okay. And was it such that people were concerned to call law enforcement?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Are you satisfied, Ms. Silverstein?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, you provided me with a basis to accept the plea. I will do so. Ms. Silverstein?
We ask for credit for time served, Your Honor. Mr. Hunter Howard has been incarcerated since this March, and we ask the court consider that for sentencing.
It's been incarcerated since when?
Since March is my understanding.
Oh, so was this altercation you got into with Mr. Norton while you were incarcerated, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, all right. Anything you want to say, sir?
I'm sorry for getting in trouble while I was in here.
Sent you to 10 days in jail, credit for 10 days served.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck to you, sir. You can leave the court. Let's go on the record in the matter of People State of Michigan versus Daniel May. Mr. May, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
State your name, please, for the record.
Daniel May.
Very good. Ms. Silverstein?
Mariah Silverstein appearing on behalf of Mr. May. At this time, he'll be entering a plea to reduce charge of larceny under 200.
All right. Is that your understanding, Mr. May?
Yes, sir.
You understand you have a right to proceed to trial, and if you did proceed to trial, the prosecution would be obligated to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
I understand.
You understand that if you make a plea today, you're going to be telling us you're guilty of the lesser charge of larceny under $200, and the people will dismiss the higher charge. Is that your intention?
Yes, that is my intention.
Has anyone tried to frighten you or force you into doing this?
No, sir, no one has tried to.
Has anyone made any promises to you that I'm not aware of?
None whatsoever, no.
Do you understand that under the laws, are you a citizen of the United States?
Oh, definitely, yes.
You understand that, well, are you on probation or parole for any other criminal convictions?
I've never had any,
All right.
none ever. I'm 66
The
years old.
allegation
This is
here
my-
indicates this incident occurred on March 28, 2023. Is that true?
Yes,
The allegation is that this incident occurred in Door Township of Allegan County, state of Michigan. Is that true?
yes,
The allegation is you stole property from Jonathan Butler, specifically tools valued at less than $200. Is that true?
yes.
Sir, you provided me with a basis to accept your plea. I will do so. We're going to set sentencing for victim notification on this matter. And you, sir, are free to go. If you have any questions, just follow up with Ms. Silverstein, all right?
Yes, sir, thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Let's call the matter of People State of Michigan versus Patricia Clark. Mr. Byer, we need to address bond on this matter. So Mr. Safey.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Clark at this time is requesting the court consider a PR bond. She her bond was changed to cash surety because she failed to appear. I believe it was September 25th in this matter. She was actually incarcerated in Van Buren County since September 11th. So that's the reason for the failure to appear on the 25th.
Not much I can say that, Your Honor. I leave it to the proofs and to the court's discretion.
All right, we'll adjust bond to a $500 person recognizance. No contact will continue to apply, though. I believe there's a no contact in here. You understand the no contact with Kendra Leanne McCoy will continue, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. You're all set, ma'am. You can leave the court. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Looks like I lost my sheet. Who's Mr. Mason?
Jeffrey Bassett, Your Honor.
What's that?
Bassett.
Oh, okay. What are we going to do with that? You want to speak to him or
Is he?
Reed, file 232504 SM. Mr. Reed, state your name, please, for the record.
Rick Reed.
All right. And Ms. Silverstein.
Mara Silverstein appearing on behalf of Mr. Reed.
All right. State your understanding as an officer of the court.
At this time, Mr. Reed will be entering a plea to reduce charge of disturbing the peace.
You said disturbing the peace?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Reed, you heard what your attorney stated. Is that your understanding as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand you have a right to proceed to trial, and if you did proceed to trial, the prosecution would be obligated to prove that you're guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Is that your, do you understand that to be the case?
I do.
You understand further that if you make a plea to this lesser charge of disturbing the peace, and the people dismiss the higher charge of aggravated domestic violence, that's how the matter is going to be resolved. There's not going to be a trial of any kind. Is that your intention?
Yes.
Did anyone try to frighten you or force you or intimidate you into doing this?
No.
Has anyone made any promises to you that I'm not aware of?
No.
Do you understand? Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes.
Are you on probation or parole for any other criminal convictions?
No.
The allegation here indicates that this incident occurred on July 27, 2023. Is that true?
Yes.
The allegation indicated this incident occurred in Watson Township of Baillargeon County in the state of Michigan. Is that also true?
Yes.
The allegation indicated that at that point in time, you were involved in an incident with Angela Reed that disturbed the peace. Is that correct?
Yes.
What was the incident that disturbed the peace?
We had a heated argument and got a little loud.
Loud enough for someone to call law enforcement in order to be safe?
yes,
Are you satisfied, Ms. Silverstein?
Yes, Your Honor.
You wish to address sentencing, Ms. Silverstein?
Mr. Bauer informed me we couldn't proceed to sentencing. I just want to make sure we could proceed to sentencing.
Wait a minute. I don't have the sheet. We're going to set this matter for victim notice. We can do that.
May I address the no contact order, Your Honor?
No, not yet. I want to make sure that things stay as safe as possible till we have the sentencing.
So the no contact order is still in place?
Yeah.
why?
You're all set. You can leave the court. If you have any questions, follow up with Ms. Silverstein.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's go on the record in the matter of the People's State of Michigan versus Justin Burton, file 232577 SM. Mr. Burton, can you hear me?
Yes, Your Honor.
State your name for the record.
Justin Verton.
Okay. And Ms. Silverstein?
Silverstein appearing on behalf of Mr. Verton.
And would you state your understanding as an officer of the court?
Mr. Verton will be entering a plea to a reduced charge of disturbing the peace.
You heard that, Mr. Burton? Is that your understanding as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand you have a right to a trial, and if you went to trial, the prosecution would be obligated to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand if you make a plea here today, that means you're going to tell us you're guilty of the lesser charge and the people will dismiss the higher charge. Is that your intention?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone tried to frighten you or force you into doing this?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone made any promises to you that I'm not aware of?
No, Your Honor.
You, are you on probation or parole for any other criminal convictions?
No, Your Honor.
Are you a citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
The allegation indicates that this is an incident that happened on or about August 5th, 2023. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
The allegation is that this incident occurred in Otsego Township of Allegan County and state of Michigan. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
The allegation is you were involved in an incident with Jamie Burton that disturbed the peace on that date. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is it that you did to disturb the peace?
Me and my wife got into an altercation, and we live in French Lick, Indiana. I was up here for work. So after we had gotten into it, she called her friends and decided she wanted to go home. They were going to come up here and get the camper. When her friends got up here, they were aware I was upset, so they wanted the police to be around to make sure supposedly that I didn't do anything to frighten them or anything of that nature. So they called the police. And
well, let me ask you this. Was this an incident where someone called the police due to the altercation and incident you had with your wife, but they called the police because they thought that the police were needed to maintain safety?
yes, the altercation had happened the day prior, and they came up the next day to get the camper, and they just did not want me there, and it was my campsite. I'm sorry, what, Your Honor?
Based on the altercation, was it deemed reasonable for people to want to have law enforcement there to maintain safety?
I personally don't think so, but apparently they thought it was.
Ms. Silverstein, you wish to inquire?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Burton, was the altercation, did you have a loud argument with Miss Burton?
Yes, ma'am.
And was this at the campground?
It was at the campground inside the camper. Yes, ma'am.
And was it loud enough to disturb the peace of other campers around?
With as thin as the walls are, you're probably yes, ma'am. Yes.
I have nothing further to inquire.
Providing me the basis to accept the plea, I will do so. Do we need to set the matter for sentencing on this one or not?
I don't know, Your Honor.
I'm going to go ahead and just sentence. Fines are $200, state cost $50, court cost $200, crime victim right fee of $75 for a total of $525. You'll have 90 days to take care of that, sir.
And
Yes, Your Honor.
no contact order dissolved?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're all set. You can leave the court. If you have any questions, follow up with Ms. Silverstein. Good luck to you.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Go on the record in the matter of People State of Michigan versus Andrea Marie Hudson, file 232555 SD. Let's have appearance, please.
Mike McEwen on behalf of Ms. Hudson. Please state your name.
Andrea Marie Hudson.
All right. And 1 second here. Mr. McEwen, you want to state your understanding on the record, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. We've reached an agreement with the prosecuting attorney's office whereby Ms. Hudson will enter a guilty plea to an amended charge of impaired driving She will also enter a guilty plea to domestic violence under the diversion program, which we would ask the court to take under advisement. My understanding is the prosecuting attorney is agreeing that the bond condition may be amended today to allow non-assaultive contact between herself and her boyfriend, who is the named victim in this case, and that the matter would be scheduled for sentencing so that they can reach out to him and see if he wants to make any additional comments at the time of sentencing. And with that, the original charge of operating with a high blood alcohol level will be dismissed, as well as a charge of leaving the scene of a property damage accident. Thank you.
Okay.
That is, I caught the end of it. That is correct about the bond condition. And the part I missed, I believe, was the DV with diversion and an impaired with dismissal of the failure to report an accident.
Okay. Ms. Hudson, you heard what your attorney stated. Is that your understanding as well?
Yes, sir.
You understand that as a result of that resolution, you would be needing to make a plea here today, but you understand, ma'am, you have a right to proceed to trial. And if you did proceed to trial, the prosecution would be obligated to prove that you're guilty beyond a reasonable doubt of all the charges brought against you. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand further that if you make this plea here to the lesser charge of operating while impaired and the plea to domestic violence that would be taken care of via diversion, there's not going to be a trial. You're going to be telling us you're guilty to those things, and the other charges are going to be dismissed by the prosecutor. Is that your intention?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone tried to frighten you or force you or intimidate you into doing this?
No, sir.
Has anyone made any promises to you that I'm not aware of?
No, sir.
Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, I am.
Are you on probation or parole right now for any other criminal convictions?
No, sir.
The allegation here indicates you were operating a vehicle on or about August 3rd, 2023. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
The allegation is that you were operating that vehicle in Watson Township of Allegan County in the state of Michigan. Is that also true?
Yes, sir.
The allegation indicates at the time you were operating that vehicle, you were impaired by the consumption of alcohol. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
What was your blood alcohol?
I believe it was 1.96.
0.16.
Or, sorry.
0.169. Yes.
69. I knew there was that.
All right. Are you satisfied with the plea in regard to the count one, Mr. McEwen?
Yes, Your Honor.
In regard to count two, ma'am, it's alleged that you were involved in an incident with Mr. Bloom. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Who is Mr. Bloom?
Mr. Bloom is my boyfriend.
And this is an incident that occurred also on August 3rd, 2023,
Yes, sir.
also in Watson Township of the state of Michigan.
Yes, sir.
What is it that you did to Mr. Bloom that makes you guilty of domestic violence?
I scratched him.
Okay. And this was not without consent, correct?
Yes.
All right. All right. So what we will do, Mr. McEwen, let me inquire from you. Do you wish me to proceed to sentencing at a later date on both of these counts, or do you wish me to, I could conceivably divide it up, but you know.
It doesn't make much sense, Your Honor. I provided you with a substance abuse assessment.
I did have the assessment, but you know what? If we divide it up, we're gonna have to have a file going both ways.
Doesn't make sense.
I'm gonna put them both off for sentencing at a later date. I will adjust the bond, however, to indicate to non-assaultive contact, and we'll set the matter for victim notice.
Perfect. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good day. Good luck to you, ma'am. If you have any questions, follow up with Mr. McEwen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Is Jeffrey Voigt in the waiting room?
Nope. Nobody is.
Okay, thanks.
Mr. Mason, I had sent you an email.
Me?
Yeah, I believe so. Let's have a wrong email address.
I think what we're gonna do is he indicated that she might have sent you guys a statement recanting. I have not seen a copy of that.
You want to take a breakout room real quick?
Sure.
To the court.
As an officer of the court, it is my understanding that the offer was disturbing the peace this morning.
All right, and Mr. Johnson, that's the offer that you wish to avail yourself, is that right?
That's correct.
And sir, you understand you have a right to proceed to trial, and if you did proceed to trial, the prosecution would be required to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that if you make a plea here today, that means you're going to be telling us that you are in fact guilty and that that's how the matter will be resolved by saying you're guilty to the lesser charge of disturbing the peace, then the people will be dismissing the higher charge of domestic violence. Is that your understanding? And is that your intention?
Yes, sir.
All right. And sir, has anyone tried to frighten you and or force you into doing this?
No, sir.
Did anyone make any promises to you that I'm not aware of?
No, sir.
Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
Are you on probation or parole for any other criminal conviction?
No, sir.
You make this plea because it's true?
Yes, sir.
The allegation indicates that this is an incident that occurred on or about August 26, 2023. Is that true, sir?
Correct, sir.
The allegation is that this incident occurred in Allegan County, state of Michigan. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And it's alleged that you were involved in an incident with Trina Renee Jones that disturbed the peace. Is that true?
That's correct, sir.
What happened with Ms. Jones that disturbed the peace, sir?
I was just ready to go home because we've been there for quite a while, and it kind of upset me, and I just start yelling.
When you say when you've been where for quite a while?
At the casino.
Ah, all right. All right. So the argument that you had was loud enough that it caused someone to think it was safest to call law enforcement. Is that correct?
That's correct, sir.
Are you satisfied, Ms. Strasser?
I am.
Sir, you provided me with a basis to accept the plea. I will do so. Will indicate fines and costs only. Fines would be $200, state costs $50, court costs $200, crime victim right fee of $75. And I'll give you 90 days to take care of that. That will be a total of $525. If you need a little bit longer to take care of that, just contact the court. We'll work it out with you, okay?
Yes, sir.
Good luck to you, sir. You can leave the court. If you have any questions, contact Ms. Strasser.
All right. Appreciate it, sir.
Have a good day, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, let's see here. Did Mr. Gomez leave? I don't see Mr. Gomez any longer.
Your Honor, I'll text him to see where he is. I apologize about that.
No, that's fine. I was just looking at him. We're not in a rush. Mr. Safety, what are we doing with Ms. Weimer?
Ms. Weimer is willing to enter a plea today to truancy, and the prosecutor's office has agreed to dismiss the other pending truancy charge.
Let's go on the record in the matter of the people state of Michigan versus Weimer. There's two cases here, two charges of truancy, file 231360 SM, 233194 SM. Which case are we going to be pleading to, Mr. Safety?
Your Honor, we can enter a plea to the most recent truancy charge.
All right, so in regard to people of the state of Michigan versus Weimer in file 233194 SM, appearance?
Your Honor, Jordan Safety on behalf of Ms. Weimer.
Ms. Weimer, state your name, please, for the record.
Jessica Weimer.
And Mr. Safety, as an officer of the court, we don't have the sheets yet, so as an officer of the court, please describe your understanding of the resolution.
Your Honor, my understanding is that Ms. Weimer will plead to a single count of truancy, and the prosecutor's office has agreed to dismiss the other pending truancy charge.
Okay. And Ms. Weimer, is that your understanding as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Now, you, Ms. Weimer, you understand you have a right to proceed to trial, and if you did proceed to trial, the prosecution would be obligated to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
You understand further that if you make this plea here today, you're going to tell us you're guilty to one of these charges, and then people are going to dismiss the other charge. Is that your intention?
Yes, Your Honor.
And has anyone tried to frighten you or force you into doing this?
No, Your Honor.
You make this, are there any promises made to you?
No, Your Honor.
Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes.
Are you on probation or parole for any other criminal convictions?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand this may have an impact if there is any sort of probationary status?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
Ma'am, the allegation here indicates this incident occurred between August 23rd and September 19, 2023. Is that true?
Yes.
The allegation is that this incident occurred in the city of Fenville, county of Allegan, state of Michigan. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
The allegation is that during that time frame, you were the parent or guardian of a child aged between 6 and 18, specifically Barbarella Weimer, and you did fail to send the child to the public school. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Safety?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Ma'am, you provided me with a basis to accept the plea. I will do so in regard to file 231360 SM. I'll sign the dismissal when I receive it. And you wish to address sentencing, Mr. Safety?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Weimer has been incarcerated for some time. It's my understanding she's will be incarcerated until next Friday. We'd ask the court to consider a sentence of time served.
The sentence are 5 days in jail, credit for 5 days served.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'll sign the dismissal of the other file. Ma'am, you're all set. Good luck to you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Good day. Let's go on the record in the matter of People State of Michigan versus Jordan, no, I'm sorry, Gandini Singh.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Appearance, please.
Kurt Richardson appearing on behalf of Mr. Gangadeep Singh.
Very good. Sir, would you state your name, please, for the record?
Gagandeep Singh.
Mr. Richardson, you wish to address the court as to your understanding of the resolution?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Singh will be pleading guilty to an amended charge of operating while visibly impaired with a agreement for no jail, and they will dismiss the original charge, Your Honor.
Mr. Singh, you heard what your attorney stated. Is that your understanding?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
You understand, sir, you have a right to proceed to trial, and if you did proceed to trial, the prosecution would be obligated to prove that you're guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
I understand, Your Honor.
You understand further that if you make a plea here to this lesser charge of impaired, the people will dismiss the operating while intoxicated charge, and that's how the matter will be resolved. Is that your intention?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone tried to frighten you or force you or intimidate you into doing this?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone made any promises to you that I'm not aware of?
No, Your Honor.
You understand, are you a citizen of the United States?
I'm not.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the
Your
answer.
Honor. I'm not a citizen,
You
Your
understand?
Honor.
All right. Do you understand this may have an impact on status?
Yes, Your
Not
Honor.
saying it will, but it's just possible.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you currently on probation or parole or for any other criminal convictions?
No, Your Honor.
The allegation here, sir, indicates that this incident occurred on August 11, 2023. Is that true?
That is true, Your Honor.
The allegation is that this incident occurred in Martin Township of Allegan County in the state of Michigan, specifically on US 131. Is that true?
That is true, Your Honor.
The allegation is you were operating a motor vehicle. Is that right?
That is true, yes.
And was your ability to operate that motor vehicle impaired by the consumption of alcohol?
I'm not sure, like, yeah.
Well, do you agree your blood alcohol
Agree,
content
agree,
was
Your
in
Honor.
excess of 0.08?
Agree, Your Honor. Yes.
What was your blood alcohol?
It was not taken.
It was 0.12, Your Honor.
0.12, Your Honor.
Very good. Mr. Richardson, are you satisfied?
I am, Your Honor.
Sir, you provided me with a basis to accept the plea. I will do so. I have received the assessment Mr. Richardson sent. Mr. Richardson, you wish to address sentencing?
Thank you, Your Honor. He did complete an assessment. The MAST score was 2, not indicative of an alcohol use disorder. He has no prior record. He did complete the victim impact panel as well. We would ask the court to consider fines and costs in the matter.
Anything you further you'd like to say, sir?
So I
Mr. Singh?
want to apologize. Like, I know it was a I was shocked that I did that mistake. I will make sure that it's not going to repeat ever again. I have learned my lesson. It was a bad choice from my side, and I feel bad about it.
Okay. So what I'm going to do then, sir, thank you. After noting the status from your assessment as well as the completion of the victim impact, I will go ahead and utilize fines and costs only. Fines would be $200, state costs 50, court costs 400, crime victim right fee of 75, for a total of $725. And I'll give you 90 days to take care of that. If you need more time, just contact the court and we'll work that out with you. Okay.
Sure, yes, Your Honor.
I'm sorry.
Yes, Your Honor. I understand.
Okay, very good. All right, very good. All right, you're all set. If you have any questions, just follow up with Mr. Richardson.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We have Gomez over there. Let's go on the record in the matter of, did Mr. Beyer come back into the courtroom?
He's still with Mr.
Okay,
Jimenez.
let's take care of Mr. Gomez. Let's go on the record in the matter of People State of Michigan versus Willie Gomez Backstore, file 232193 SD. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Jerry Likens on behalf of Mr. Gomez Proctor, who is also in the Zoom room with me this morning.
Okay, and Mr. Gomez, would you state your name, please, for the record?
Willie Gomez.
All right, and Mr. Likens, you want to state your understanding on the record here, please?
I will, Your Honor. I had a pretrial conference this morning with Assistant Prosecuting Attorney, Mr. Beyer. The offer was to amend the operating while intoxicated with a high bodily alcohol level to operating while intoxicated first offense. In addition, Mr. Beyer is making a recommendation of no jail time. Mr. Gomez's bodily alcohol level, for the record, was 0.20, 0.19 on the data master.
Mr. Gomez, you heard what your attorney stated. Is that your understanding?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to proceed to trial, and if you did proceed to trial, the prosecution would be obligated to prove that you're guilty beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand if you make a plea here today, it means you're going to tell us you're guilty, and that's how the matter is going to be resolved. Is that your intention?
Yes.
Has anyone tried to frighten you or force you into doing this, sir?
No, Your Honor.
You understand that, has anyone made any promises to you?
No, Your Honor.
You understand that under the laws of the United States, if you're not a citizen, conviction of a crime could result in deportation, exclusion, or denial of naturalization?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you currently on probation or parole for any other criminal convictions?
No, Your Honor.
The allegation indicates this incident occurred on June 25th, 2023. Is that true?
That is true.
The allegation indicates this incident occurred in Wayland Township of Allegan County in the state of Michigan. Is that also true?
Yes, it is true.
The allegation indicates you were operating a vehicle on US 131. Is that right?
That is correct, yes.
And were you intoxicated at the time?
Yes, Your Honor.
And your attorney has indicated your blood alcohol was 0.20 and 0.19. Is that true to the best of your knowledge?
That is true, Your Honor.
Mr. Likens, are you satisfied?
I am, Your Honor. Thank you.
Sir, you provided me with the basis to accept the plea. I will do so. Mr. Likens?
I agree.
No, I mean, you wish to address sentencing?
Thank you, Your Honor. I would. We have submitted to the court a copy of Mr. Gomez Proctor's substance abuse evaluation, which is from August 23rd of 2023, after the date of his arrest, indicating a current relationship to alcohol of mild or moderate, alcohol use disorder. The recommendation was that Mr. Gomez Proctor participate and complete the Crossroads group at Journeys, which I believe he has. He was scheduled to complete that this week. In addition to that, Mr. Gomez Proctor provided the court with a short biography, a completion of the victim impact panel, and some thoughts regarding that. So in terms of things necessary to move forward with sentencing, Willie has complied with that and provided those to the court. Willie does have a prior conviction. That is concerning. I know the court will be concerned about that in 2015. We have taken sufficient time to discuss the impact of this, the possibilities that if he were to be charged again for drunk driving anywhere in his lifetime, he would be charged as a felon. And that could result in a prison sentence up to 5 years, as well as a possible revocation of his driving privileges. Willie came here from Guatemala. He's worked very hard, as the court can see. He's sustained a job for the last 12 years working at Bentler Automotive. He's moved up the ranks in that job. Overall, I think he's a very good young man, well-intended, but unfortunately has developed a negative relationship or a bad relationship with alcohol. We talked about that in detail. I'm hopeful for him, and I'd ask the court to sentence appropriately.
What would you like to say, sir?
I do feel bad about the fact that I'm in this situation because it's not my intention to be part of this, but I'm here now and I do not want to go through this again, ever again. And I'm aware of everything he just said right now about what's gonna happen if I was not aware of this.
Well, you know, you're doing a lot of hard work, but you can undo it all very quickly if you continue down this path, as Mr. Likens indicated. The next step, no matter when it is, it's going to be circumstance of a felony charge against you. I'm not going to presume to attempt to explain it any better than Mr. Likens because he is certainly very articulate, and he knows you, and I'm hoping that you're going to place a great deal of trust in the words that he has shared with you. But the warning he gave you in regard to further charges is quite real, and it's something that you need to be well aware of. I do note that you followed through with the recommendations on the assessment, so that is somewhat encouraging. But I am very concerned about this circumstance with the blood alcohol and the repeated status of this incident. So I really am concerned that you take this matter with every bit as much seriousness as Mr. Likens was attempting to impart on you. That being said, I will indicate you've completed your Crossroads counseling with Journeys and have also completed the victim impact panel. So I will utilize the remainder of the sentencing will be to fines and costs with, once again, a reminder, any further incident will result in a felony charge, sir. Fines are $300, state costs $50, court costs $400, crime victim right fee of $75 with a total of $825 over 90 days. If you have any questions, sir, you can follow up with Mr. Likens. You're free to leave the court. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Gomez, you can leave the court.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Just got the sheets on me here. We dismissed the wrong one. Like the wrong one.
Just have to turn them around.
Could I have a breakout room with Justin Furton, please?
We have a Justin in there. Don't know what his last name is. He had to be removed twice before because he could never hook up to, there he is. Who's calling in from a device called Justin? What is your name?
Verton, Justin Verton.
Oh, very good, sir. You were having a problem connecting in earlier, weren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. I'm going to put you in a breakout room with your attorney.
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
You're
Carol.
welcome. You betcha.
So it wasn't Justin Hall. Okay.
That is correct. It wasn't for some conference.
Mr. Bila, you can, I am noting that we do not have Ms.